extreme sports aren't for the faint-hearted. But how do you get your adrenaline fix if you're a wheelchair user? The fact is, an increasing number of paraplegics were injured riding motorbikes or in sports accidents and haven't quite lost their appetite for adventure. Enter gravity biking, a kind of cross between mountain biking and go-karting. And a group of British enthusiasts is planning big things. Our sports correspondent, Kemi and Zeram, went to Snowdonia to meet them.
No engine, no pedals. One objective. Just get down as fast as you can. These guys call it gravity biking, essentially a mountain bike for wheelchair users, coming to a hill near you.
Oh, nice.
Why'd you do this?
Well, for thrills, for adrenaline. It's kind of prove a point to myself that I'm still capable of doing extreme things. You know, as a wheelchair user, you don't very often get the opportunity to do scary things, and I love doing scary things.
My friends were all into extreme sports before I had my accident, so all of a sudden you just can't participate. You know, they'll ask you along and you'll go with them and sit in the car park or whatever, and mountain biking was a massive part of my life, so it made a hell of a difference.
Phil Hall used to ride this. Like many wheelchair users, he was paralysed after a crash. And many will attest, the thirst for adrenaline never goes away. So he imported 2 gravity bikes from Canada. He formed a club, Rough Riders, and started taster courses for other paraplegics. Their mission, to prove disability doesn't have to crush ambition.
I think when you're in a chair, you do get very scared of you know, new situations, and you know, if it's like when you're paralysed, you know, other faculties, you know, your bladder and bowels don't work normally and stuff like that. So people are, you know, scared to sort of go into these environments.
For sure, this can be an intimidating playground, hence the body armour, but it's fun. And these guys have a big vision. For their existing bikes have their limitations.
When we design ours, we won't have that problem.
They're designing a new one, stronger, lighter and cheaper. The Welsh government recently got wind of the project and invited Phil's team to apply for hundreds of thousands of pounds in development funding to take their high-tech machines global.
I think we could potentially, if it does go global, and we tie up all the IP, all the intellectual property, and of the aspects of our bike, obviously there's existing products out there, then potentially we could do very, very well.
And it doesn't end there, for once they've got the bike right, creating a vibe and a brand new competitive race series.
We need to get a player base of it happening, and then have that sort of exit route where people can compete at national and then international or Paralympic level.
Sound far-fetched? Well, not entirely, because it's already got people's ears twitching, disabled and non-disabled, the mountain biking elite, and they want to try it too.
What do you think of these bikes?
Fantastic. Yeah, we've just ridden down behind them for a few runs today and this evening. It's very, very nice to watch. They're slightly crazy, but they're very, very fast. I reckon you'll get all the brave ones, all the nutters from rugby, wheelchair rugby and basketball. A lot of them will end up having a go at this as well. You know, anyone that wants a challenge will end up trying this. Not just disabled athletes as well, I would imagine some able-bodied athletes too.
Well, ultimately, wouldn't it be nice if we could have disabled people and able-bodied racing on a level playing field and engaging in a sport which both could enjoy? And
you think that's realistic?
Absolutely, I think that's realistic, yeah.
Ambitious? Certainly. Realistic? Maybe. But does it get the adrenaline pumping? Oh yes, something Phil and his friends feared they'd lost forever.
Well, back now to the extraordinary sex scandal which has forced the resignation of the head of the CIA, General Petraeus. Joining us live from Kansas City is Colonel Steve Boylan.